And we should be back again with another video. I don't know what the fuck is happening right now when I watch that shit, to be honest. I don't want to sound like bad, but oh my god. This team has definitely got starting to decline again. But match reaction, City 5, Fulham 4, and that really should not have been the result. The most should have been is 3, and that's really pushing it. Honestly, the defense looks like paper. That was the first thing that came into my mind when I was seeing that. I wasn't ready for this video, but I have to get it out because I know I missed the other ones. But I'll get them out as soon as I'll probably react to all of them in one video. But this team definitely the defense looks like shit. But to be honest, the defense is shit. It's thin as paper. There's no way we should have been leaking goals like that against a little weak team like that. Play Sunderland like that, you're fucked. They're gonna be blowing out 4-0. Because Sunderland's a better team. They say, oh, that's a small team. No, I've seen them. They look good. They got that granite Saka and all that. Oh, I'm gonna be attacking on them. City looked like shit after they scored all those goals. In the beginning, it seemed like an okay game. It seemed like a normal game again. I never thought that was gonna happen, but I guess you can expect anything. This team has declined quite a bit since last year. Um, Haaland got his 100th goal in the Premier League. Then Tijani Ryan finally scored after all that time, which that was surprising. Finally, I seen him score and then Foden. So it seemed like, yeah, we're finally starting to get moves here. We're starting to, put it together here. Then LA Pro scored. He used to play for Arsenal, but now he plays at Fulham for the last 3 years. Um, no, since last season, if they got it. Yeah, the one before that, I don't know. But yeah, then it seemed like they let him in a little bit, which they shouldn't have. But mm, it seemed like the game was still normal. Then the second half, it seemed like City was doing okay, and then it was like then he let them in again. It was 5-2. Okay, it was still normal. They could hold down, but after that, things went. They started to screw up big time because as soon as they kept letting the foreign players come in, come in, come in. They were fast breaking, fast breaking. They kept passing, passing, letting them go, letting them go, letting them go. Their defense looks like shit. They're thin paper. I don't even know if they can make it to January again. They really would, like that rumor was going around that they were trying to get that guy from Bournemouth. They need the guy from Bournemouth. And one other thing is that Pep doesn't really know too much with his decision making. I don't know what he was thinking that he should not have put Savino on. Savino is terrible. I don't even think Savino should be on the team, from my opinion. I could be wrong, be a little harsh, but I don't think he should be on the team. Him, Bernard Silva should not even out there. He should have brought out Marmoush. He should have tried to leave the rest of them on there and see what would happen. He should have left. I don't know, but that team definitely. I don't know. He should definitely have tried cruising off too, because he's more dirty with playing. That he would chop him down, even though it looks sloppy. He doesn't care. He needed to be out there. But they say, oh, they haven't played in months and all that, so that's the little excuse for them not playing though. But really, he should have brought him on. So it could have been any worse than what it was. Well, maybe it would have been. I don't know. I could be wrong. You could correct me in the comments. I don't know. But I really don't see this team going far for the way they're playing. Because they should most definite, after being that high on goals, there's no way that we should have definitely have been way comfortable with that game. But once after they started coming in, they looked so shaky. They couldn't even pass without being stressed out. So yeah, definitely, this team doesn't know what they're doing. So, and he definitely doesn't play the players properly. He leaves that Bernardo Silva on, which Bernardo Silva should be coming off the bench, to be honest with you. My opinion, I think he should come off the bench, and I mean in small games, like the cup games and stuff. Not no league game, no Champions League, none of that. Because they got two very hard games coming up, and I don't see them winning them the way they played us today. No way. There's zero chance, snowball's chance of hell of them winning it for the way they played today. They played like shit today. They started off all right, then they started to shit their pants over here. I don't know what they were thinking. They don't know how to defend still. He's playing that Nunez, and they really needed to go after a real right back. If you didn't want to try Kuzanov more, even after the injury, just they can't play that much after the injury. You really should have. They really should have went after a right back or offered a lot more for that guy they were going after, Tino Lorenzo. Because if they would have offered enough, they probably would have let him go. They should have offered higher or went after somebody else because their defense is terrible. I've noticed these last games they have not looked good. Because I thought, okay, after last game they look like crap. I didn't have time to react to that. But no, they look bad, very bad. They were letting them come in. They gave away a cheap penalty. They're really looking bad. And this is around the same time they started screwing up last season, like right now. So no, they had screwed up for a whole month already, but no, they're already starting to look like that. But worse this time because since they're letting too many goals come in. Because to be honest, they should have never let that happen. That should not have been possible. The most it should have been is 5-3, and that was really pushing it. And they really look shaky. That Donnarumma's starting to get off his game after he was looking good. He doesn't really look to be saving too much now. So they really having a lot of issues, and then their defense really needs to do the job, though. It's not just the goalkeeper. The defense needs to, the players need to put their work in. They really need to go after that. I forget. I don't know how you pronounce his name. It's a hard one. Sigametto. I don't know. I probably didn't get that right, but they were saying, oh, they were gonna try to go after him, and then afterwards, the next summer, Elliot Anderson. I don't know who that guy is. They say I don't know. But they really need like better defense. That they need to go after that guy from Fullham or something. Because this team you can't survive. I don't see them doing nothing. They're gonna get shit zero. They're gonna get nothing because they don't know what they're doing. Few of the games in the beginning, Pep was making better decisions. They were starting to look okay, but now they're really starting to really lose that. They're starting to lose that fire because today, well, they should have won it comfortably. There's no way. Oh, yeah, it's true. The other teams are getting better. No, not that bad. Most should have been is maybe 5-3, and then they should have won it comfortably. But they don't know what they're doing still. They still look shaky. 'Cause after all that, they most definitely should have been comfortable to win. That's why we say. That's why we always want to watch the games. I'm not comfortable watching them either that high up, because I always expect something like that to happen. And I see myself being right now for that. I was thinking I was being silly by overthinking being scary cat. Now, this team is definitely doesn't know what they're doing. Bernardo Silva and Savino should not even come out there. Bernardo Silva should not start in a Premier League or Champions League match again. He was making sloppy mistakes. One of the goals should not even win in. It was because of him, because he didn't get to pass it. Because Pep kind of like favorites him, you know, because he played the most games ever for him. The player with the most games ever played under Pep Guardiola in his managerial career is Bernardo Silva, which is ridiculous. Because he should be on the bench, and Cherki should be playing his position, because that's what it was supposed to be in the beginning. It was supposed to be both Johnny Reinders and Cherki playing together. Because that's what they were saying when they signed him, the fans, and then that's how it was in the game. Now, their defense looks terrible. They're letting people in way too easily. Last game was definitely too shaky. It's a matter of time before they go winless in 9 and all that, right? They're ready to throw that season away. I have no confidence with them against Sunderland unless Pep makes changes, and I don't know. They definitely look terrible. So this team is definitely shit right now. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't want to sound rude against other city fans, whatever. My opinion's uncensored. I'm gonna say what I think, and that's what I think. They are shit still. They still have not fixed this. They're not going nowhere. And Pep really, I think he's getting weak too. That he's not really like enforcing things, changing things, because really those players should not start next game. Most of those players that, well, some of them have to start, they don't have good backups for them, but some of them should not start. Like Bernard Silva, he should not start. That Sabino should never be put on. He should not have been playing. That May should have gave that out Nuri a chance or something. He hasn't played in a while. They should have put him on at that time. Maybe it would have not been that bad. I don't know. It was pretty bad, so he should have tried anything. But I don't know what to really say 'cause I'm not really a professional manager, but he should change some things. He shouldn't start the same players next time. Not make 100 changes, but a few changes and get into them. Give them the hairdryer treatment or something. I don't know. But definitely they need some serious changes. I did not see this team going nowhere. Because to be honest, I most definitely it should have been an easy game to win. Most definitely it should have been done. After them scoring that much, it should have most definitely been done, but no way. It looked like a normal game, but once the second half, they really started to look like shit. And especially after it went 5-4, they really got shaky. Well, 5-3 already, they got shaky. They couldn't even pass that ball. They looked mediocre. I don't know what Pep's thinking, but definitely they really still need a lot of changes to this team. I was thinking maybe that was a little bit better. No, no, they need more. But definitely the way he plays them, and then after one player gets injured, they don't get a chance again. Because definitely before the injury, Kuzma was doing a great job at right back. I think he should be given another chance eventually, but we'll see. But I don't know. Definitely, they don't know how to defend. Because really should have been knocking them down and playing like some of those other teams. They need to get him. He really needs to change their style of play. You see how the other teams then they come in, come in, come in. They don't do that. And he was saying, "Oh, Pat." So those players are still no good. And the way he plays them, he doesn't really. He's really messing them up. Because Bernardo Silva and Savino should not have been out there. Savino was losing that ball, making mistakes. He didn't pass it. He was in front. He got a good chance one time, and they just took it off of him, and they were knocking Doku over. Hopefully Nico Gonzalez is all right. They don't have no one for that position because Roger's forever injured, and it's better he probably is injured because I know he would not play well on the team after not playing for that long. But I don't know. This team definitely, that's definitely not good at all. That's fucking unacceptable. That's fucking unacceptable. They should not be accepting some loss like that. Well, not a loss. It felt like a loss, actually. It wasn't. It did not feel like a win afterwards. I was happy in the beginning. It seemed like a normal game, but they were laying them in too much. Their defense looks like shit. It's paper. They're made of paper. It's like everybody's running in on them. They don't know how to defend. Most of it should have been is 3 goals in, but they don't know what they're doing. They really look shaky. I don't know. I don't know what that team is going to take to improve. I don't see it improving anytime soon. So thanks for watching. That's my opinion. I know my opinion is kind of probably a little all over the place, but that's kind of what I was thinking through watching that game. But it's definitely freaking unacceptable for that to happen. But I don't know. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.